welcome to this week's vlog. This week I thought I would sit down with a cup of tea and tell you what I've been up to lately and what some of the things that I've got planned for the next couple of months are. So yeah, so first things first, I like to share the joys of disability. So I've been having a few health problems. The ankle that I had surgery on last year, the year before in 2020, I've been having a little bit of pain in that ankle. I did have a follow-up last year with my consultant, and he thought that maybe there was a little bit of bone or perhaps the end of a screw that was rubbing on other bones in my ankle. So we talked about sort of just seeing how it went, maybe getting a referral to the pain clinic, which my GP refused to do, thanks, and just sort of seeing how it goes. And it went away for a while. I didn't really think about it, but then over the last sort of couple of months it's been hurting again, my ankle, and it's been quite painful. So I think just to, I don't know, nip it in the bud, I guess, I have got in touch with my consultant's secretary and I've got myself an appointment for the end of April just to get my ankle checked out, make sure there isn't anything untoward, and just see what's going on really. My back has been really bad. I was diagnosed with stenosis this time last year actually, and I am still waiting to see a consultant, and my back has just been getting worse and worse. I've upped my Butrans, my pain patch, a couple of times now. My GP has told me that he won't up it again. He gave me a very long story about how pain is a ladder, which I didn't really understand. I think he basically means I have to deal with it. So I'm just sort of seeing how that goes, and like I said, still waiting to see a consultant to see if there's anything that they can do about my back. So that's sort of an ongoing issue. It is pretty exhausting. The pain is, it's not like a dull constant ache, it is a sharp pain that I get every time I try to move. It's a lot of fun. And then most recently I've had a couple of funny turns. They weren't particularly funny at the time, and I think if through work I get information as to how many ambulances and what the bed occupancy at the local hospital is, and if I hadn't have known how busy the A&E department was, I think the funny turn I had warranted a trip to A&E. As it was, I just went to bed and suffered for 2 weeks, because that's the kind of person I am. Anyway, so basically the funny episodes that I've been having are I've been told that they're extreme vertigo. So it's dizziness, it's nausea, it's, you know, everything that comes along with vertigo, but with no real explanation as to why I suddenly have had these quite severe episodes. I've suffered from dizziness, like chronic dizziness and chronic nausea, for a really long time now, like more than 18 months. And I had some blood tests when it got quite bad, and they told me that my bloods were normal. And I said, well, I'm still dizzy, what should I do? And they said, well, nothing, because your bloods are normal, there's nothing wrong with you. Fair enough. So I've just sort of lived with it really. And then I had this funny turn, and it lasted, this sort of severe dizziness. I couldn't walk unaided. I couldn't walk in a straight line for about a week. And I wouldn't have bothered the GP at all if I had then not had another episode. So I did get in touch with the GP, and now thankfully I have been referred to the ear, nose and throat team at the hospital. So hopefully they can maybe shed some light on what is going on, because it's no fun. And I am finding at the moment that I can't walk in a straight line without veering off to one side, and I also seem to have lost all spatial awareness, so I am walking into door frames and tables quite a lot, which is no fun. Other than that, my recovery from my bladder surgery last year is going really well. I still get a lot of pain in my stomach. I am suffering from quite severe bloating, which if you follow me on Instagram, you know, it really gets me down. I'm just sort of trying to get used to living with it, because I think that's how it's going to be. But yeah. So, on to more fun things, I guess. I spent a lot of time watching Come Dine With Me, and when I say a lot of time, I watched like every episode from 2011 to 2016, which is a lot of episodes. I haven't watched it for a few weeks now, but yeah, I did get really super into Come Dine With Me. I don't even know why. It's not even that good, and I don't think I liked it that much the first time around, but I think it was easy to watch. I didn't have to think about it. Didn't have to really pay attention. It was just on, and it worked at the time. I've stopped watching Come Dine With Me now, and I've been catching up with some older programmes. So to cut a long story short, Skybox hasn't worked for a really long time. We've eventually got it replaced, and it's all working now. So I was able to download a lot of the shows that I'd missed over sort of the last 12 months when the Skybox was broken for a really long time. So I've caught up on Father Brown, I've caught up on Death in Paradise, I've caught up on a lot of those like ITV, BBC drama shows. So I've been watching a lot of those lately. I watched Toast of London, which is one of my favourites. Well, I watched Toast of Tinseltown, sort of the new series. I watched Mandy. Yeah, I've really been catching up on my old shows, which has been a lot of fun. I loved catching up with Father Brown. That's a big favourite of mine. And then a new show started on, I can't remember, but one of the Sky channels, a new show which actually is a 6 Degrees of Separation spin-off of Father Brown. It's called the Sister Boniface Mysteries. And if you've watched Father Brown, Sister Boniface was a character that appeared in a couple of episodes back in the very first season, and she helped Father Brown solve a mystery. Because, you know, in the world of fiction, nuns and vicars are allowed to solve mysteries. So anyway, this is a spin-off of Father Brown, and basically this nun, Sister Boniface, is like the forensic consultant to the local police force. So she just goes and helps solve crime. And it's really weird. I love that kind of rubbish, as Neil calls it. So yeah, I've been enjoying the Sister Boniface mysteries. Neil and I both started watching The Peacemaker, and we've been watching Killing Eve, which I was skeptical when they made the 3rd season. I'm finding, although it's good and I enjoy it and it's funny, I don't think they needed a 4th season of Killing Eve. I thought the first series was great. I never thought they needed any more series after that. So yeah, I think that's everything we've been watching on TV. I've been watching all of my usual shows, like I've been watching MasterChef, that started this week. I've been watching Great British Menu, that finishes this week. I loved the Pottery Throwdown, and there's a new one started on More 4 called the Mini Design Challenge, which I'm really excited about because I love things that are made in miniature. I've got like a real fascination with dolls' houses and things, so I love like miniature things. So I'm excited to watch that. So yeah, that's everything we've been watching on TV, really. We've been watching, as always, we watch a lot of vlogs. We've been watching the Broadways, their series in Florida from December. We're watching Aussie Robbo and the English Gent at the moment from their Florida trip, which is really nice. Despicable 3, we've been watching their Universal trip. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed seeing the sort of opening of Alton Towers and the opening of the Pleasure Beach vlogs. They've been fun. So yeah, that's what we've been watching on TV. I have gotten back into reading this last couple of months as well. I hadn't, prior to I think February, I hadn't read a book since last September, and I had set myself a Goodreads challenge this year, and I think when I looked I was like 9 books behind, so I knew I had to read something. So I have gotten back into reading, which has been nice. I've just read a book called The Appeal, which actually I really enjoyed. It was written like as a series of emails and text messages, so like the evidence for a trial. I wasn't sure at first, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but actually I got really into it, and I bought the author, who I can't remember at the moment, I think Judith Hallett maybe. Anyway, I will leave my Goodreads link below, and then you can see the books on there that I read. and that book, so her second book was called The Twyford Code, and that, again, sort of not written like a regular fiction book, it was written as a series of audio transcripts. And again, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but actually both of them were really good. I enjoyed those. I also, if you watch my book haul from a few weeks ago, I read the Rosemary Schrager book, which was ridiculous. It was terrible but also brilliant, and I loved it, so that was really good. I read Richard Osman's second book in the Thursday Murder Club series. That was pretty good. That was alright. I think other than that, I've not been up to a huge amount really. I've really not been very well, and that's sort of put me off wanting to do a lot of things, I guess. So I don't really have a lot to tell you. Neil and I have both tried on all of our sort of clothes to make sure that we've got our Disney holiday wardrobe sorted, and I have treated myself to some new pants and a swimming costume, so I am good to go. Our holiday is in less than 40 days now, and I am so excited. This is our cancelled 2020 holiday, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really busy. From what I've seen, there are a lot of people going to Florida in May, so I think it is going to be really busy. But I think whenever we go now, it's going to be really busy with everyone trying to get back in their cancelled holidays. But it is what it is, and actually I'm just excited to go. I'm excited to see Disney again. Let me know below if you would like me to do a vlog with the details of our holiday, so where we've booked, what we paid, what we're doing, that sort of thing. Do let me know below if you're interested in hearing more about our holiday, and I'll do a little vlog maybe talking about the costs and how we booked and stuff. So yeah, let me know if you'd find that interesting. We've done our dining reservations, and obviously because there is no fast pass anymore, I think you don't feel tied to things as much anymore, so actually our days are a lot more fluid. We don't have to do as much planning, which I think is quite nice. So we've only booked 3 dining reservations. So we've booked the boathouse for the day before my birthday. We both really liked the boathouse. It was one of the loveliest meals we had whilst we were out there, so we're going to go back to the boathouse. That's the day before my birthday. We're also booked into California Grill at the Contemporary because we wanted to have dinner and then watch the fireworks from their balcony, so we've got that booked one night. And then at the weekend we watched Aussie Robbo and the English Gent at Steakhouse 71, and I really liked the sound of the menu, so I had a look, checked what their gluten-free options were like, and actually they were really good. So we have now booked a meal at Steakhouse 71, so if it is not nice, I am holding Rob and Darren personally responsible. So yeah, other than that, we haven't made a huge amount of plans, which I know for a lot of people it is quite scary. Some people would like to really plan Disney. I don't know, for me personally, my disability can be quite unpredictable. I don't want to make a firm plan and then maybe not be able to do it. I'd rather sort of the night or a couple of days before say, oh my god, this isn't an OnlyFans channel, Rocco. So yeah, I don't want to make too many firm plans. We've booked all of our park days in, but again, they're not set in stone and we can change them if we want to. So yeah, it's a pretty fluid, unplanned trip, I guess. We know what we want to achieve whilst we're there. We know what rides we want to go on. We know what sort of treats we want to eat, what we want to see. So I think we're just gonna plan it as we go, I guess, and plan things a few days in advance, but just not worry about it too much. So yeah, that's the big event in my life. Ow! That's the big event in my life at the moment, I guess, the Disney holiday. So yeah, really excited about that. And like I said, if you're interested in knowing more about the details of my holiday, let me know below. I guess that's it really. I don't really have a lot to tell you. The only sort of things I've got planned for the next couple of weeks, like I said, are my Disney holiday. That's the only thing I'm really thinking about. And although I am starting to panic because we do have another Disney trip booked for October, so this would have gone in 2020, missed a year, and then gone again 2022. So we've ended up with 2 holidays this year, which we are aware how lucky we are that we can do that, but I am starting to panic that I'm not going to be able to afford to pay the balance of my October trip. So fingers crossed that I can afford to pay for that, else we might not be going. Do you want to get in? So as you can see, Rocco is doing really well. Figaro is on the other side of the camera, laying in the sun on the window. So the cats are all right. It's my day off today, so I'm going to catch up with last night's Celebrity Bake Off, which I don't think Celebrity Bake Off is very good, if I'm honest. But yeah, I'm going to catch up with that. I'm going to have another cup of tea. I might treat myself to some breakfast. I might not, because I feel super sick. There we go, a little look at what I've been up to lately. Exciting stuff, I'm sure you'll agree. So as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another video.